Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, pretty slow start into the weekend. I mean, Saturdays are typically, I would say, I haven't really tracked this, but from a subjective point of view, I think Saturdays are the slowest days in the crypto week at the moment. Sundays get a little bit more busy because we're heading towards the end of the weekly candle, which always generates a bit of volatility, especially in the late part of the day. But at the moment, we're in a correction anyway. It's a wave 4. They are super boring anyway. Mind-numbingly boring. And then it's Saturday. So yeah, it's not much going on at the moment. We'll see if we're always open for surprises. Okay, always open for surprises. But it's likely going to be a slow Saturday. And the market is sort of, not even trending, but moving in this wave 4 correction that we discussed. Currently, absolutely no evidence that what we're doing is already a wave 5. Next move to the upside could be a wave 5 that takes us into the 80k plus region. But at the moment, the wave 4 is likely still unfolding. So you might remember that I'm primarily tracking here this yellow count and that I suggest that we are in this ABC structure. So A wave down, B wave up, C wave down, off wave 4, and would then rally in a wave 5. That's sort of the idea that I have, and that's the idea for Ether as well. Ether, however, really needs that healthy B wave. So if it's of course possible that we don't get this high B wave, but that we're still in the wave 4, and that the wave B obviously already bottomed here, topped here somewhere, and we're already coming down in wave C now. But then that's not a problem so much for Bitcoin. It might simply test the lower ranges in this support area. For Ether, it would be a problem because this A wave was already so low. Okay, so it might be that the C wave will then run out of space. Without a healthy B wave, the C wave might run out of space. Not for Bitcoin necessarily, but for example for Ether. Anyway, we focus on Bitcoin in this video. I prefer the yellow count. I mean, as I said before, it's possible. Wave 4 finished here. That was this week, middle of the week. But I have no evidence for it. And there is a tendency in any wave 4 normally to extend. Okay, and that's why I wanted to share with everybody that this is likely at least something that we have to, at least something to consider, because we don't want to be surprised by it. And so far it seems to have been the right approach, because it prepares people also for the boring price action, right? Support area is still between 61,800 and 50,700. No change here. That's measured against the length of the third wave. And we have an additional support level there at 55.4k. That's the 38.2 retracement, and it's normally the ideal target, you could say, for such a fourth wave. At least in most cases, a wave 4 will, like a magnet, gravitate towards the 38.2 retracement. Not always, but most of the time. Okay, looking at the shorter time frame then for Bitcoin, really, as we can see, we don't see anything. No, there's no change to the last video, really. So still tracking this ABC structure as I just explained, this extended one, A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. So I've been very clear, this is my preference. This would be the preferred scenario. Doesn't mean that this is what's playing out. Essentially, that also means the pressure is on the downside, okay? So that means this wave 4 is likely going to extend a bit, but with the option of rallying a little higher in wave C of B first. Yeah, so the idea would be this B wave has now done its small A wave. It's done a pullback in wave B. Okay, we might get another low there. At least I have no evidence that this wave B is bottomed. I would like it to have bottomed, but there's not enough upside momentum to make me tell you it has. It's reacted to the 78.6 retracement level down there at 62.3k, but it hasn't really generated enough upside momentum to be really a clear C wave. But if there is a C wave that's unfolding from here, it should ideally target the area between 69.9k and 75.1k. That's between the 100% extension level and the 161.8 extension. And then a C wave to the downside could unfold from there. And alternatively, what happens if we break below yesterday's low, which was obviously here at around 62,300? Well, I would have to start to assume that wave B already topped here. I did highlight it in red. it is okay because the B wave was healthy enough for a B. It reached, as you can see here, the 61.8 retracement at 68.5K. That's very common for a B wave. So here you can see that very common. It's also a 3-wave move up. And if after a 3-wave move down, we have a 3-wave move up, well, that could be all of wave B. But then the move down isn't clearly suggesting it's the start of wave C yet. So it's moving in messy corrective structures. That's completely normal. I know it might be a bit complicated maybe for anybody who wants to understand the lower time frame counts, however, very important. Not everybody's interested. If you're not interested in the lower degree counts, which I understand because they're not so meaningful in corrections, the support areas are more important. Well, very simple. Just focus on the support levels, okay? That's important. And I think a break above this descending dotted trend line that we can see here on the chart might be a first indication that this move to the upside in wave C of B has actually started. So it might be worth watching for that. And yeah, I think we just need to be a little bit patient here. It's Saturday, typically a slow day. Enjoy the weekend. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.